So after months of this whole PlayStation 4 crossplay dilemma being a thing, Sony finally today has announced that they're going to be allowing crossplay functionality for Fortnite on PlayStation 4 with other consoles, including obviously the Xbox One and Nintendo Switch. Today, Sony released a statement on the PlayStation blog confirming the following. Quote, "Following a comprehensive evaluation process, Sony Interactive Entertainment has identified a path towards supporting cross-platform features for select third-party content. We recognise that PS4 players have been eagerly awaiting an update, and we appreciate the community's continued patience as we navigate through this issue to find a solution. The first step will be an open beta beginning today for Fortnite that will allow for cross-platform gameplay progression and commence across PlayStation 4, Android, iOS, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, Microsoft Windows, and Mac operating systems. We see the beta as an opportunity to conduct thorough testing that ensures cross-platform play is best on PlayStation while being mindful about the user experience, from both a technical and social perspective." That's basically the crux of what the statement says, and I have to say right now that Sony's absolutely full of crap from my perspective. I can't say that that's a fact necessarily, but to me this screams PR nonsense. They highlight how they've been able to finally achieve this, how that they've been able to navigate towards a solution for this quote-unquote problem. However, at some point in the past, the Rocket League developer accidentally activated crossplay between PlayStation 4 and Xbox One for a period of time, apparently by simply pressing a button or something like that. Now obviously I'm no game developer, so please don't take anything I say as fact, but to me, that sounds like this whole process has been incredibly simple from the beginning. I don't think there was any kind of technical dilemma for Sony to work through. I believe this whole cross-platform, cross-play, cross-progression nonsense was easy for them to implement from the beginning. Obviously, it's good for gamers that it's finally here. That's a positive step, and I know many people are going to be happy now that they're able to play Fortnite with their friends on other systems. That's really cool, obviously. Giving players more flexibility in how they choose to play their games is always a good thing. But we absolutely have to question, at least in my opinion, just why Sony has decided to do this now. Of course, it could have been a technical issue, even though I highly doubt that. So then what was it? What was the problem that was preventing them from doing this? Well, I don't think there was one. In my head, the reason that they've done this from the start, the reason that this was a huge issue for them and they didn't want to allow this cross-platform play, was because it hurts them financially. They didn't want people spending money on V-Bucks, which is Fortnite's microtransactions, on another console such as the Xbox One, and then being able to utilize those products that they've purchased on the Xbox One version of the game, then on the PlayStation 4 version of the game, because of course then Sony would lose their cut on the profits made from that microtransaction purchase. Where people's friends play is also another thing that is a major motivator for a lot of people in deciding which console they purchase. If someone's choosing between perhaps purchasing an Xbox One or a PS4, one of the factors they will absolutely consider is where most of their friends are playing. So if someone's looking to buy a PS4 and they really want to play a lot of Fortnite, but then cross-platform play becomes available, then that person may very well just purchase an Xbox One and then play with their PS4 friends from the Xbox One from the cross-platform play. It means Sony would then have not sold that one PlayStation 4. But why have they just allowed it now? Well, I think it's pretty simple. Gamers have been begging for it, asking for it. It's been the hot topic for the last number of months. And if what I believe is true in that it's actually really simple to activate this whole cross-platform thing from the beginning, then I think Sony was simply waiting it out until they could get to a point like today and finally announce in a big grand blog post, get everyone talking about it, yes, we're finally allowing crossplay. So then everyone can go, oh, thank you Sony, that's so nice of you, you've finally done good. It seems to me that it's simply a stunt that's designed to boost PlayStation's public image. Now obviously that's not a bad thing. As a matter of fact, it sounds like a pretty solid tactic and it seems to be working considering the amount of people that are now happy about this change. But as to whether or not this crossplay functionality is now going to be applied to other titles other than Fortnite, because right now it's simply a quote-unquote beta that's being used in Fortnite only. I highly doubt that this will ever come to any other games. I think this is Sony's way of pleasing everyone, of saying, here you go, you wanted it for Fortnite, here it is, and then they're just going to shut up about it and never say anything about it again for any other game. Because why would they? They've never done this for any other game ever. Playing online games on console has been a thing for around about 15 years now, and never before have Sony and Microsoft worked together to ensure that third-party titles can be cross-play online. That has never happened before, so Other than fixing this one particular Fortnite problem that has been an issue for months, why would they implement it for any other video game? I know a lot of gamers were wanting it for other games coming out this year, such as Fallout 76, and that is something Bethesda has wanted as well, as they've stated publicly, but I think this was a move to make gamers happy in the moment, and they're never going to bring this up again. I'm someone who's never really cared about this whole crossplay dilemma, crossplay issue from the beginning. I'm not really a huge online gamer myself, and I don't really know many people that own an Xbox One, so this whole thing has never really been an issue for me as a PS4 gamer. But with all those factors aside, I honestly do hope that Sony does start implementing this into other games. All I'm saying is that I have zero confidence that Sony will ever let that happen. So make sure you leave your thoughts on this topic in the comment section down below. Are you happy that crossplay is now available for Fortnite on PS4? This has been SirCazz. Farewell.